Hello everybody and welcome here to the PAR Tier 3 finale here in Abu Dhabi in the Yas Marina circuit. Of course, Tier 3 hasn't been necessarily consistent championship in terms of, races being held and not being held. But a race that will always go ahead is, of course, the finale. Us at PAR always make sure a finale goes ahead just to see, just a cheeky championship battle if there is one at the end of the season. Luckily, Tier 3 will provide us said championship battle with Carlos versus Cal for that top spot, the P1, the luxurious golden trophy for Tier 3 this season. Carlos just behind Cal by a mere 7 points. The Mercedes still leads going into this race, but he has said in the Tier 3 chat that he doesn't seem confident going into this one. But we'll have to see what happens at the end of this race. Will another Ferrari driver come out on top of the standings? Or will it be the first Mercedes driver this season to get their hands on the trophy? We'll have to find out. But the first step towards that end goal, the end result, is of course the qualifying session. We have one, of course, going right now. El Gloss is the first man to come out of the pit lane. Hasn't been, fantastic season, but definitely hasn't been that bad. El Gloss is, and hopefully he can provide us with a good side-by-side action, some drama in the championship. Of course, in PAR, never mind, he's retired. And of the session. Lovely. But the qualifying session is actually quite a big deal in PAR compared to other leagues, because if you get, pole position, you get a point. Any points are crucial, and we've got a disqualification. Any points are crucial for the championship. Any points. Sorry, let me repeat myself. Any points are, of course, crucial for the championship battle, and Carlos or Cal will be, drooling to try and get that pole position, try and get that point, try and get a step closer to that championship. Of course, as it is 7 points, even if Carlos did get a point from this pole position and did finish first, but Cal came second, Cal will still be champion because there's only a 5-point gap. I don't know why Fake's gone into the pits there, but it's what it is. Looks like Cal's on those mediums, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quintuple Y. There you go. Is on an out lap, but Throwing Globe and Cosmic are on a lap currently. Don't know why Throwing Globe's gone into 5th gear there for the first time, but we'd love to see it. Cosmic going into this left-hander, smashes that full throttle down as we go onto the exit down that massive straight. Going into the chicane. Of course, the chicane being one of the most favourable places to overtake around this circuit, as I would know, is I won the Tier 2 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix last season. So, I have to give a little shout-out to myself there. Cosmic just decided he wants to go flying. Red Bull gives you wings, as he's demonstrated there. But nevertheless, going into the third sector, of course, that swooping, developing left-hander, braking late, try and get on the throttle early, don't go wide or don't spin, but Cosmic has made sure of that. He's treacherously tiptoed around this circuit for this lap, and the Red Bull will shortly go across that checkered line to see what he has accomplished. He will, of course, take that provisional pole, almost goes wide, actually, going into the double left-handers. But now, as he approaches that last turn to end off his banker lap, and across the line, the Red Bull is going to get a 125.6, of course, provisional pole for now. Daleks goes quicker on mediums. 24 dead. Throwing Globe smashes out of the park, with a 23.2. Shut up, Tharlo. And Cal around the last turn, he's got it all wrong coming into that last turn, and it gives him a 23.6. Quintuple Y going into I can't be bothered to just say Y in a row, so you've got quintuple Y for this Grand Prix, fellas. And looks like Quintuple Y will go around that last turn yeah. Cost alive for the Aston Martin. It is going to be that provisional pole. 23 dead for the Aston Martin. If I do make a little pause on the stream, league owner and yeah, tier 1 driver Tharlo's in the party. He's probably chatting something in my ear, and I'll probably laugh at it. So if you're wondering why that's the case, then that's the case. Quintimple Y, can you shut up, Tharlo, mate? Honestly. What do you want to include your dear? Oh, go on then. Say nothing. Say nothing. I didn't even realise. No, dumb. Thought you were saying you weren't going to commentate with me, but there we are. We got 2 commentators in the party now. So
nothing else to do.
Brilliant. But of course, Tharlo, as you've just joined me in the comms box for now, your opinions on the qualifying session so far?
Pretty boring, to be honest. It's only just started, so everyone's setting their banker laps, but it's showing good. Some people are coming back from their long-term break, like 5 Ys, setting a 23-0. He's been missing, but he did have an incident last time he raced. And, hopefully he's incident-free this weekend, and doesn't ruin any championship battles.
Lovely input there from Tharlo, as of course we spectate Fake as he goes into this chicane and gets it all wrong going into that second turn, and DRS will be open though as we go down into the left-hander, Tharlo.
Yeah, well, Fake has obviously just returned after I fired him from the team, so he wasn't really happy about that. He's had quite a vacation after that, so I paid his salary. He's now invalidating on this lap.
Yeah.
Now Gloss has just rejoined. Yeah, he's feeling the pressure, being back in the Ferrari, trying to impress again.
Hopefully, one of the 2 Ferraris are able to get that championship for tonight, and of course that man being Carlos, who has just set out on track. He set foot, we can confirm, and he lets the Aston Martin of, I think that's Buildaholic, yes it is, go ahead of him. This season so far, Carlos has proved that he can do it in Tier 3, but also Tier 2. And of course, if he wins this championship, he will go up to Tier 2. So, Tharlo, with Carlos potentially going into that Tier 2 spot, and if he does, how do you see his pace correlating with Tier 2's pace? Do you think he'll be up there in terms of the standings, or in the midfield battles, or
I think with Carlos, he's already done a couple Tier 2 races, and he has been up there. He has been fighting for podiums. So some would say wrong tier, but at the start of the season he wasn't doing that. But he's improved a lot over the season. I believe Carlos is going to be a strong contender after your departure. Well, fuck the word, but there you go. Depart from Tier 2. I think he might be going up there. He might even be in the championship fight. He'll go from one championship fight to another.
Well, hopefully he does, and he stays with Ferrari next season, so we can perform in such fashion. But of course, he's going on his lap right now. It is a crucial lap for Carlos. And if he does get, of course, pole position right now, it does make a statement really on that track. It does say, I'm here. This is me. I'm out here performing the best time of the circuit so far. I am currently the best. Right now, 52.9, sorry, into that second sector. Don't really know why you're laughing there, Tharlo. But Carlos goes into that third sector, almost getting blocked by the rebel there of either Daleks or Cosmic. But as we go into the double left-handers here in Sector 3, Carlos shortly awaits that checkered line to finish off his lap. Buildaholic in the meantime, 22.9. He's up there into P1. Aston Martin P1, P2 right now. Can Carlos spoil the party? Yes, he can. 22.6, 3/10 on pole, done and dusted.
Yeah, Carlos with a great lap there, He's just showing once again he's got the pace. He's going to be in this championship fight. His championship rival, Cal McKenna. He has done a lap on the mediums, but he's a second down. I don't think the mediums have got the a second pace compared to the softs, so he's going to need a good lap to show that he's going to be winning the fight here.
Well, the mediums are, of course, the harder compound tyre. It's not going to be as quick as the softs, but the softs do not work in the actual race. I mean, yeah, side effects would know after last season. But nevertheless, Cal,
over there.
of course.
Not even there. Can't even defend himself. Catches strays at any stream. Poor guy,
man. Cal will shortly go on to his lap, see if he can put himself right back up there with Carlos, and let's see what Cal can perform now on soft tyres. We've seen his pace on the mediums, not really good, but the softs hopefully will correlate to him being up there with Borderholic, up there with Carlos. Hopefully, potentially getting a provisional pole, maybe to just spice things up a bit more in this qualifying session. But now he kickstarts his lap. He has got a tiny bit of traffic. Well, never mind, actually. Most of them are actually pitted. So he's just a free bird right now, flying across the Abu Dhabi circuit in, Yas Marina. And if Sector 1 comes to an end, he's the 10th up, Tharlo.
Yeah, obviously he can't make it. It's just he's on the soft, so he will go purple. But I think that'll be times against Throne Globe because on the leaderboard you only have 2 people above you. So I think they'll only show purple against Throne Globe. But yeah, we'll see how he takes the rest of the circuit and see if he challenges Carlos.
Well, speak of Ferrari drivers in general. Fake has made a mistake there going off the exit of the chicane. Hopefully it doesn't damage him too much. He's not retired, so that's all we can hope for. Cal, 4.5 tenths up currently, would put him around P4 area with Throne Globe. But right now it's not that top spot. It's not with Carlos. He's pretty much going to have to gain 5 tenths or so in the Sector 3. I mean, of course, the most technical part of the circuit, but still, it is quite a long stretch. It is quite the ask for Cal to put it up there with Carlos for a 22.6, previously a 23.6. Cal, across the line, the Mercedes, what's he going to put on? It's going to be a 22.8. And he is up there with Carlos, 2 tenths behind after previously being a second behind. It's not quite the provisional pole, but it's definitely a better look for the Mercedes.
And obviously with another surprise of Kaylee. Kaylee is only a second off the pace compared to other times of being 5 seconds off the pace. So she's obviously practiced track and obviously feeling this track.
Well, yeah, we do hope that she can perform for tonight, giving us some good action, some good content with side-by-side action, of course. And Cal, cutting the corners, bumping up and down like a roller coaster. Daleks, though, by the way, currently P3. That's my goat. He just finished off a lap, 22.8. He is only 49 thousandths off of Cal currently. Yeah, your take on that, Tharlo?
So what are you asking?
Daleks being up there with Cal currently on pace in the qualifying session. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, well, Daleks has all of a sudden gained a lot of speed out of nowhere. I mean, he used to be in Tier 3 in the mid-pack of Tier 3, but recently he's been racing Tier 2. I think that has actually boosted his confidence and actually boosted his speed. He's obviously learning new lines, racing with faster drivers, so I think he's taken us into Tier 3 and he's showing a new set of pace that we haven't seen before from him.
And hopefully that set of pace will get him a podium for tonight, and it would be an absolutely fantastic result for the Red Bull driver as he now strolls into that pit lane. And Throne Globe is not on a lap; he is 4 seconds off. And Throne Globe will shortly go into the pit lane, I believe. In the pit lane he goes. L Glasses is on a lap, and invalidates To be fair, I think he
It's giving a pistol. That's what it's giving.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's giving me?
TT,
Two champions are TT, yeah. Hold tier above these guys. Hold tier above these guys, and I win the championship, and you're calling me a TT merchant. Get out. Who do you think you are? Right, nevertheless. Enough glazing by me to myself. Let's see if Borderholic can improve on his time. He's only 3 tenths off pole, and for tier 3, I mean 3 tenths is like half a tenth. So Buildaholic could easily put himself up there with the Ferrari driver, and we'll see what he can do, as he will shortly get onto his lap, and hopefully the Aston Martin can prove some pace.
Yeah, Builder's there was an incident with Builder in Tier 2 last time out. He's everyone's gone. He wasn't one of the main person who did anything, so he's got a lot to prove tonight. Takes that curb quite awfully, takes that curb quite badly as well, so he won't be doing this lap, he'll be giving up and recharging the battery.
And hopefully he can recharge his brain and calibrate some good pace. Cosmic, of course, recently joining the session. I mean, well, the two AlphaTauri drivers not putting in a good shift so far in the qualifying section in Tier 3. Not very good for the Red Bull Academy. But that matter anyways, because I mean Ferrari won the Academy standings anyways by a long shot. So who cares at the end of the day?
100% record.
Sorry, can you repeat that again, mate? You're like Eminem. You talk too much. Can you?
I literally just said 100% record, mate. I don't know how that could be translated into Canadian or something.
No, you just talked a bit too fast for me, mate. You need to slow it down a little bit, to be honest.
I thought I was saying, you think you're fucking Godzilla, mate. Fucking, you're a little talking, mate. Okay,
with my pace, it might as well be.
Well, you're talking, it's just me, my mate Cosmic about it is lap, mate, so you need to sort that out.
Cosmic, with the invalidation, not ideal for Cosmic, but I think that might be the end of the quality session for him, unless he could very quickly somehow get back towards the checker line. I mean, he's pretty much got to cut the chicane, really, to try and achieve that. Buildaholic on that lap, currently right now, he's just started it. Hopefully, he can put himself on that board. That's top 3 boards, as he is so close off. And
Fuelless is concerned.
What?
Fuelless is concerned. It's already flashing, so.
Cheers.
Might run out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go, yeah. Cold.
Yeah, well of that. Well, he's still got 60% ERS, so GG's. But Buildaholic, though, down the back straight here, going into the chicane. And does he go a bit wide? No, he does take that apex quite well. Into the second right-hander. Here we go. Here's the good laps, hopefully from Buildaholic. It's a bit wide into that flat-out left-hander, but we won't talk about it. But Sector 2 will come to an end. Is he improving? No. Sector and a half off, unfortunately. But third sector, that's where you gain your time. That's where you get most of your time throughout the lap here in Yas Marina. So hopefully his last Sector 3 was awful, and he can now gain all of that time back. And hopefully the Aston Martin can put himself in the higher positions for not only himself, but for the Mercedes Academy. Into the last turn of the circuit. Across the line. Buildaholic, is it an improvement? No. Carlos in Sector 3 now. He is shortly coming to the end of his lap, and behind him, I believe, that is Quintuple Y, as we go into Sector 3, into the right-hander. Katie out of nowhere! What the bloody hell? My God. She's just put in a 22.4, and it's 2 tenths to Carlos. Carlos sweeping through the last 2 turns of the circuit. He's got to have gained 2 tenths throughout this lap. Otherwise, it won't be good for that luxurious 1 point. And he hasn't improved. He has not improved. Cal hasn't either. So Kaylee has swooped in out of absolutely nowhere. She was in the dumps just a second ago, and all of a sudden she brings herself up. She's P1, and she will steal the points, which means so much for Cal and Carlos. Wow.
I mean, Kaylee has. No one was expecting Kaylee. We were going to Carlos or Cal. It was those two go for Paul, and out comes. Well, I don't think she's a man in this, but yeah. I don't know why a person in the game's a man, but she's just absolutely smashed qualifying. Let's see if she takes into the race. I mean, this won't be helping Carlos, but the Academy, she might let him through and hold up Cal McKenna.
Wow,
which is what he will need.
Yeah, so there's definitely some team orders potentially going on between Kaylee and Carlos as we go into the qualifying session, the race, and hopefully, of course, Carlos can. Well, of course, bias here from of course, Ferrari driver, but I do hope that Carlos does perform tonight and get that championship. But it is good to see a battle, nevertheless, here in Abu Dhabi for that championship, and hopefully we get a good one here going into the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. But Tharlo, Mr. Statistics, Mr. Strategy Man, what is the strategy for these Tier 3 drivers going into this race?
Well, it's only a 35%, so obviously you do the medium soft. I tried this in realistic. I pitted on lap 10. Some other people pit on lap 11. Actually, no, I pitted lap 9. Lap 9 gave me a massive undercut and put me into the fight with the lead. So most people will be looking for the undercut. The undercut is very powerful around most of the tracks on the game. If you're in the midfield, might as well gamble. So that's the strategy for me. Lap 9 on mediums, going for softs. It'll be 10 laps on the softs. And you can sit in DRS, save ERS, and then go for the move. That's how you gotta do it.
Well, let's see if the drivers will follow your orders. And we'll have to see if there's going to be a DRS train for that P1, which will be followed by most of the Tier 3 drivers. But, Tharlo, we shortly await for the last race here in Tier 3. The last Grand Prix here in Tier 3, the last bit of side-by-side action, and we now await those 5 red glistening lights as it's lights out and away we go here for the Tier 3 finale in Abu Dhabi. Kaylee gets off to a fantastic start going towards that first turn. A side-by-side action here between, it looks like Cal goes off wide there, with a 3... Oh no! Fake goes into the wall in the background and they're left in the dust as most of the Tier 3 drivers sweep on going into this left-hander. Cal drops down a singular position. Down the inside, Buttaholic looks to go, pushes him a tiny little bit wide and gets the move done and dusted. Cal has done an awful start, but a switchback manoeuvre for Cal in place, and he's got that move done and dusted. Taking a look now at Daleks, we go into the chicane. Bit of contact there with Carlos. Will he send it on Kaylee as well? Down the inside he goes on Kaylee going into the chicane, but his nose is just not stuck in there enough to complete the move, to get the grip, to complete the move. Carlos is round! Carlos is round! Oh no, oh no, oh no. Ferrari having a disaster class off the start, both being spanned, both being in horrible positions, and both out of the top 10, as Cal is still battling for P4, Tharlo.
I'm more confused how Vlad is in the lobby, to be honest. I don't know how he's got in the lobby. So far he's alright, so I'm not actually gonna restart it. He hasn't caused any instance. He seems to have free pace, so...
Well, hopefully he doesn't cause those collisions as PCTRL, who's at the background. Luckily it's Fake and not, of course, Carlos. I mean, no disrespect, Fake, but you're not in that championship fight, as Carlos is, and he's using that ERS. He is now going to try and build himself back up to try and get back to these top spots. L Glass is, of course, falling down the order as he is ghosting as F1 PXC. And Cosmic, 3-second time penalty already on lap 2.
Wow.
And Daleks.
Wow.
Now, shut up, Tharlo. Daleks are battling for P1 here, as now he's side by side with Kaylee, and he clears Kaylee. And that is the move done and dusted for the Red Bull. And now, Tharlo, the Red Bull is leading, but now Throwing Globe and Five Wise will now go into this right-hander, and side by side they go. Great move by Five Wise, and now that is a continued P4 for the Aston Martin.
Well, I mean, it's for Aston Martin's constructors to lose now. Both of them are quite high up compared to the Ferrari boys who have kind of messed up, and I think they will be leading now that they have to take constructors away. Actually, I think, as they say, in 3rd and 4th, but 5 Wise will be 7 as 5 seconds. We would remove it, but we can't because he'll be 7 in the pits, so that's unlucky for him.
Well. I'm just taking a look at the point system here, Pierre. Of course, it's a different point system to, just the actual race system in general. Of course, fastest lap is P1. Is 1 point, and pole is a point, and, Well, currently, right now, as Cal is P6, 15 points. Carlos, now P9 with 12 points. It is still Carlos's championship as we currently speak, I believe. Or is no, Cal's leading by 7 points. Never mind. Shut up, Arlo, you mongrel. No, it is Cal leading currently. He is 3 points up on Carlos right now, as Throne Globe gets the move done for P4, and they're having a cheeky battle. And with Cal in the picture of this little train, could it mean some slowing up? Could it mean some hard battling? And that's what we're getting with Kaylee and Daleks. Daleks overtaken, and PCTR Vlad overtaken by Carlos. He climbs himself back up into P8. Vlad let him go. Ooh, that's
I'm not complaining about Vlad right now. He's alright.
We do know, Thardo, that Carlos is one of, if not probably the quickest in Tier 3. F1 PXC with the 3-second time penalty. Oh.
He's gonna get a 6-second, and then he just went off completely again.
Shut up.
With Tier 3, oh my god, Carlos almost snaps into the wall. He did what Max did out the final corner, but just almost went to the wall there. But Carlos, he's gonna need to pit, I'd say like lap 7 to get these mediums to just undercut everyone. He needs to get himself back into this somehow. He has got the pace for it. Yeah, he is gonna. Yeah, but he's got the pace overall. He was second quickest in qualifying, and then there's only Kaylee.
Well, 5 Ys now going for the move on Throne Globe as we go down the straight. Of course, DRS is now enabled here in this Grand Prix, and that's going to be the move for 5 Ys. There's a bit of contact there, Cal included, as we go into the chicane. And on the exit, it's Cal now looking for the overtake on Throne Globe. He's using that ERS, draining that battery, using the DRS as we go into the left-hander. And, down the inside, Throne Globe goes of the Aston Martin. Brilliant racing here in Abu Dhabi in Tier 3. He's still on the inside lane. Can Throne Globe try and get this move on the outside now? No, the Aston Martin's able to put his car right in front of him. Brakes a bit early there, the McLaren, as we go into that helicopter view. Lovely view this is, as we see the final sector. And that's 5 Ys going off, I believe. And that will be a warning for him. Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
It's not been a particularly clean last sector for 5 Ys, Starler.
Well, yeah, going back up to the front, Builderholic is now coming into this fight. He's 1.2 off the fight for the lead. So he's one to watch now. He could be taking points off the 2 championship rivals, and furthermore ruining Ferrari's constructors battle.
Well, speaking about Ferrari, Carlos is 2.2 seconds behind, of course, the AlphaTauri ahead of him. And, more often than not, you would like to see that gap just distinguish a little bit, just flatten down. But unfortunately for Carlos, that's not really happened. But what has happened is a shift for P1, Daleks, P1, Kaylee, P2, a brilliant battle occurring between these two, and it continues on as Kaylee gets the move now on Daleks, going into the long swooping left-hander. Brilliant racing here in Tier 3, as now Throne Globe looks for the move. He gets the move on 5 Ys, going in down a little bit of a back straight after the chicane. We're having a very nice battle here, Tharlo, but could that mean that Carlos catches up quicker to this pack ahead?
So far, it is looking likely Carlos is only 5 seconds off Cal McKenna now, which, considering he's spun for start, he is putting back time. Obviously, he's on the softs, but the softs are going to slowly wear off, so this is crucial for him now to get back into the race.
And let's hope he can just do that for Ferrari's sake. And looks like Vlad gets the overtake, and no!
It's Carlos. Carlos has lost his wing.
If he lost his will, I'd be livid right now, but I mean, lap 5, 15 laps. I mean, if you think about it, pitting right now for these mediums is not an awful thing. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Even though he's going to lose with wing damage, he's basically serving his pit stop now. From now, he's going to be the quickest on the track, on the fresh mediums. The rest will have to pit. The pit stop times is around 26 seconds. Currently, in the pits, coming out of it, it was 20.9. So Whether he pulls this back, we don't know. I reckon he's quite close in the pit stops. Even though he's lost his wing, I reckon he saved himself with the virtual safety car. And he's now got drive-through. So
it is going tits up for Carlos, let's be honest.
It is.
This is not giving. Yeah, Carlos drive-through now. He's going to have to serve that. He's got to pray for a safety car, really. He's got to pray.
He will.
Right now, because he needs to serve this drive-through first. But, I mean, it is not looking good for Mr. Carlos. And we do hope that he can recover this race. And hopefully, he can crown himself champion of the world. But Kaylee right now, P1, 1.2 seconds ahead of Zarlex. And Cal is just absolutely loving life. He's loving it. Currently in P6, he hasn't got a penalty. He's been consistent, he's been clean. And he's just waiting and waiting and waiting it out until this championship is handed over to him. But he could argue that right now it's already been handed to him with this drive-through penalty. But we'll have to see later on in this race. Tier 3 is very dramatic. I mean, they could go tits up for one driver, but the next lap, they're P1. So, everything and anything happens. In Tier 3, and something that is happening is 5Ys getting another overtake on Throwing Globe going into the chicane. We're on the outside now, the inside line for Throwing Globe. Oh, that could have been, I mean, he just twitched a little bit with that move, and that could have 100% of ruined Throwing Globe's race there, or sorry, 5Ys' race, almost smacking into his rear right wheel.
Well, it's mental. I was watching Carlos' pace on the out lap. He was catching everyone by 3 seconds a lap on those fresh mediums. So that drive-through has really ended his race. He's now 53 seconds off the leaders, which he will now be 46 seconds off Cal McKenna. Under the pit stops, obviously he doesn't have to pit, so he'll be around 20 seconds behind. I don't think he's going to have the pace to pull that back. He's going to have to hope for a miracle here.
And hopefully Michael Massey can get into F1 23 and give out an absolutely awful safety car, and then, well, lo and behold, Carlos wins. Done, dusted. Championship done. But, of course, it's not as simple as that. And, well, Cal in that P5 slot. I mean, there's nothing else really to say other than this has just so far been a dominating display by, well, not only Cal for the championship's sake, but also Kaylee for the race she's having so far, and the race that her pace is proving. She has mentioned that she is on wheel for this race, so maybe that pace is coming in due to that. And PC, oh, don't do it, Vlad, don't do it. Switch back maneuver. Oh, I love a bit of those, and he's done just that. A lovely move for, well, the wooden spoon, P7, but it's a lovely manoeuvre. And speaking of the other Mercedes driver, he's just got the overtake on 5Ys. And that could be a championship deciding, sorry, Cal, I'm rambling, I'm waffling right now. But Cal has just gone off wide going into that third sector, so, Tharlo, do you see a penalty? Maybe coming towards, Cal's way, if he continues this up.
I could see it coming, and to be honest with you, he has already got 2 warnings. So I think with Carlos has only got 1 warning. So you know it's looking quite close. It is going to look quite close to the end. I don't know if Carlos is some way going to get back into this somehow. All he needs to do is just carry on doing what he's doing, do the best laps, no penalties, and honestly, if it comes to it comes to him.
Mr. Throwing Globe has gone onto hards, so don't really know what he's thinking.
Yeah, he's off his head.
He does what he wants, to be honest. Mr. Throwing Globe does what he wants. Cal overtaken by 5Ys once more. Maybe we've got to pray for him to, crash out or something, really, for Carlos's sake. As, going into the left-hander, will he be looking for the move on 5Ys? So you can see him lifting off there. He doesn't want to go for the move just yet. He wants to be patient. He wants to keep this clean. And hopefully he can retain this championship.
Yeah, going back to Kaylee, she obviously showed this dominant style on the wheel earlier in the season, she obviously won the first 2 races. She won a home Grand Prix around the Netherlands. She also won Bahrain, and then obviously she went on to controller. Missed all the couple of races. So on the controller, she hasn't really got that much pace. She was pacey around Brazil on controller, which was a surprise. But now she's back on wheels tonight. She's shown a very dominant display with full ERS and a 4.2 second lead. So,
well, it's giving for Kaylee and sorry, Cosmic make a mistake there. I mean, with you know, I mean, as I mentioned before by some certain drivers in PAR, I mean the safety car being on reduced, it just makes it all the more just a little bit, you know, difficult for Carlos to hope for that safety car.
Honestly, let's go back a second. What drivers were you, apart from Maudi? Name another driver. And you. Yeah, hard. So them 3 from SDB, yeah? We're the ones who said it. So you stick to that, yeah? You stick to that little statistic. I'll tell you why the reason why it's on reduced, yeah? Incidents. Every safety car, every restart will always have an incident. Without it, yeah? Less incidents. We used to have it on standard. Was a nightmare. Was an absolute nightmare. So hold that.
Just mate, you just waffled for about 2 minutes there. I didn't even understand what you were saying.
You need putting down. You need putting down. Like, you need to put it down, man. You know what, yeah, I hope your mum takes your Xbox now, mate.
Do one, mate.
We do. No. You do one. You just violate it.
Oh, God. Don't worry about this Starler guy in the party, guys. Throwing guy, look for that overtake on Dart. Never mind, it's glasses.
Cold.
Second one, shut up, you know. PXC, another 3 seconds. I mean, it's 6 seconds now. Cal, I believe, is staying out on these meters, or has he already pitted? I actually don't know. Your waffling has made me confused now.
Oh, my waffling. Yeah, my waffling.
Let me actually check for detailed stops. No stoppage.
Currently, Carlos is pulling back. Carlos is pulling back a lot of time. He's 41 seconds off Cal McKellar here, which may seem a lot, but he has got a pit. Cal McKenna will lose 26 seconds of that, so Carlos will be around 20 seconds behind him as I predicted.
But Father, you need to realise that it's 7 points he has to catch up, and like, you know, if he finishes ahead of Cal by 1 point. By 1 place, he will get probably 1 point on him. So he pretty much has to catch that time, and then also catch an additional how many time for to get, of course, the positions needed to win the championship, and it's just not in his favour at all. And I don't think tonight is going to be his night, if I'm honest. I think tonight is Cal's night. But yet again, we've still got 18 laps left. We've still got... Wait, no, 18 laps, 8 laps. Am I dumb? 8 laps left, sorry. Of this Grand Prix. Cal has pitted, though, as I've just put on the screen.
Oh! It just gets from bad to worse.
Bottle job, just like West Ham. And, yeah, it's got...
You actually, you need to put it on, genuinely. You need to go outside and get curved on. That's what you do.
Carlos.
Yes, I think you found it funny, didn't you? Yeah, that was proper funny to you, yeah. Yeah, don't bot the Sheffield United and leave it in your door next time. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
How about you win the Tier 2 Driver Championship, mate? How about that?
Well, I'm not that far down, mate.
How about that?
Who has gassed him up? It's Tier 2, mate. No, it's not disrespected Tier 2, yeah, but, you know.
Don't cry about it, fella. 5 Ys, of course, still on the back of...
That's, I think, an issue with entering the pits. I think a lot of people have had that issue where you're entering the pits and get a 3 second, so... Depends if Kaylee gets another one and she's got the gap.
You'd say that, fella, because you experienced that in F2, so why didn't you just say that you had that in F2?
I did experience that. I did experience that.
Why do you have to say certain drivers? Why didn't you just highlight yourself as having that issue? Trying to be,
It's not all about me, mate. Maybe that's a shock to you, yeah, but it's not all about me, how about that?
Well, how about you shut up? Because Daleks is leading right now. Level, penalties with Kaylee. And, Kaylee coming out the pit lane. 4.7 seconds. Let Daleks cook. Let the goat cook. Is all I'm saying.
I did say earlier on the undercut is massive around there, but it depends on if Kaylee will catch him on the softs. Obviously, Dalek started on the softs, so and he was catching up to
hold on.
Hold
on. Throne Globe. I mean, we all, had a little joke about why on earth he's gone for those hards, but I mean, right now, he is right up there with Kaylee, and if he's able to stay within the DRS of Kaylee, then all of a sudden we've got a situation where, Throne Globe is catching up and being towed along by Kaylee, and all of a sudden the top 3 battle turns into Daleks, Kaylee, and Throne Globe. Of course, that could all very much, go away in just a couple of turns. But if Throne Globe's able to keep it fragile and make sure he can get this gap within 1 second, then he can definitely push forward and potentially get the win here.
Yeah, you're off the bait, how about that?
Don't
Where
are you in the Premier League, mate? Shh. Liverpool PC.
Honestly, is this F1 or FIFA? Is this F1 or Premier League? Like, what's going on there?
Mate,
honestly, they're the same one liner.
No, mate, I'm gonna put you to bed next season when I'm in Tier 1. Honestly.
Your mum still puts you to bed. She tucks you into bed.
Shh. I'll be tucking my nose straight up your fucking...
Stop.
When I'm taking you out in Tier 1, that's what I mean.
Oh my god. Well, that's gonna go probably wrong there.
Go straight line, you mate. Don't worry about it.
Oh no.
Dead, bro.
No. You know what? That's ruined me now.
Oh.
That's getting boring now. No one's within a second.
Yeah.
He was chatting about Throne, but Throne's obviously on the arse, so he won't be catching it. It'll be Cal McKenna will be catching him.
Oh yeah, Cal. Forgot about him. He's right in P3 there with Throne Globe.
You forgot about the championship contender, yeah?
Follow. I know you're not getting loud to the Tier 2 champion, to be fair. I know you're not getting loud to me, yeah? Because I'll fucking fill you in, mate.
You were too loud last night, that's why your mum came in and take your Xbox.
I'll give you a left for a good night, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes,
mate,
I would.
you have to go to a private school, how about
that? Right.
In your little ends, pretty much a private school. How about that?
I don't even go to private school. B, even if I did, better education than you, mate. And you failed your GCSEs, so how about that? Do one, mate. You're not.
No, I passed English, mate. How about that?
Shh. Yeah, talk about Ebenezer Scrooge, yeah? Oh, well done. Well done, mate. How about you put that English...
Scrooge, mate. It's Jekyll and Hyde, mate.
How about you put that stupid English GCSE to mine? Yeah.
How about that? Yeah.
I'm giving you an elbow. You fucking John Jones style. You're dead on the floor, mate. You're knocked out. Just like how Throne Globe is knocked out because Cal's just overtaken him down the straight, going into chicane, and Tharlo, all of a sudden, Cal could be on for the win here.
Nah, if he's got the pace to catch up with Kaylee. It depends if Kaylee and Daleks fight. Yeah, that might bring him into it. But obviously, Builder's here to ruin the party for Cal McKenna because he's just overtaken him.
And that is P3 for Buildholic now. So, it's giving better pace on those softs. That's what it's. Sorry, that was. I don't know. I don't know why I said that, to be honest. That was just a bit odd. But no, Buildholic P3, he's doing well. He's got the pace. Could very much get up there with Kaylee and Daleks, and maybe, he could tow Cal along towards the top 2 spot if he has enough pace. We'll have to see. Did anybody else just hear that? Or was that just me?
Yeah, no, I don't know, yeah, it sounded like a fucking vibration thing.
Yeah, you're funny, just made that a bit weird, to be honest. That wording's a bit weird to me.
What? You made it weird because I just heard a vibration thing and you've gone that direction.
No, I've literally no.
What does a controller not vibrate? Yeah, is now a controller weird? Yeah, is a controller now weird? Yeah,
you didn't specify. You didn't specify what was.
I didn't think I need to specify.
Yeah, but you just left it in the air. You know what I mean? It's just interpretation, to be honest. And shut up. It looks like Builderholic's left his defense up in the air because Cal. What is that cartoon laugh? Shut up, finally, mate. You knobhead. D1. You fucking mongrel. Kaylee, though, P1 now in this race. And Buildaholic now getting the move on Cal. Cosmic, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He's at the back of the grid. Yeah. This guy, I'm actually gonna... dude, oh my god, man. I'm actually gonna elbow you, honestly.
Yeah. From Oxford, yeah? You come down here, yeah?
I'll get a flight.
A flight? Wait, you need a flight to come down to the south,
yeah? Yeah, because I've got so... right. Okay.
I would headbutt you in your head.
Mongrel.
I would headbutt you and I'd spit on you. How about
that? Not gonna comment on that, to be honest. Cal...
Right. I'm gonna talk about Kaylee in the lead, and how about that? Yeah, honestly, I prefer if you talk about Kaylee in the lead now from now on. And you can commentate for the rest of yourself, because you've made that vile. You're vile, and that's vile. And that's me, mate. I'm done now. Is that funny, yeah? You've made me a nonce. I'm a nonce now. I'm now a nonce. Thank you. I'm publicly now a nonce. Because you made that like
that. Go do it when you're in your bed. Yeah, about that. Yeah, about that. Yeah, what I thought. Don't respond to me, mate. That's what I thought. Well, Cal, now for P3. So it's just a bit of, you know, back and forward, really, between, around the outside build on it goes. What a manoeuvre that is from the Aston Martin. And, the Mercedes, now, just trailing behind. What he's thinking. How on earth has he managed to pull that off? Buildaholic, take a bow. What a manoeuvre that is. Daleks, of course, still second. He's battling there with Kaylee, but nevertheless, Buildaholic is closing in rapidly. Now, all of a sudden...
I think Kaylee's made a mistake here.
Oh, I thought I was commentating by myself, to be honest. But, you know.
See, I need the elbow, brother. You need the whole shebang, mate. You need to get put out. You'll be in intensive care in a minute, bro. I'll tell you that. I'll be there watching you, having to breathe an oxygen machine. I'll turn it off, mate.
There's more likelihood of side effects winning the Tier 1 championship than you knocking me out, mate. How about that?
See, the side effects is run free in your head, mate. He's not even there and you're talking about him.
How about that, mate? How about that? Yeah. That's what I thought. Be quiet. Mongrel. Buildaholic almost within that second now. So, really, Daleks going for the move on Kaylee. Down the inside he goes. And Kaylee now looking to try and hang it round the outside. Can she keep the move? And can she keep the P1? Yes, she can. If I'm Kaylee right now, what I'm thinking is I'm going to use my ERS. I'm going to try and, you know, get a gap between me and Daleks. And hopefully pull away from these guys, you know, having the battle, having the shebang for that P1. And it looks like Vlad has that 3-second time penalty, which if Buildaholic or Cal gets a 3-second time penalty, then all of a sudden they have to overtake her. They have to overtake Daleks to try and get that P1 follow.
Well, we obviously saw Kaylee get the 3-second from the incident in the pits.
3 seconds for Cal. Come on. Have it. No, I'm joking.
Sorry, nice. What's he done to you, mate?
Beating Carlos for the championship, mate. That's what he's done. Not bad, honestly. I'm sure.
No, you love that word, no, don't you? Yeah.
The
first one really intrigues you, doesn't it?
Yeah. What you fucking do when you can? Because Carlos right now is in P9 and Kaylee is battling for first place. So how about you go do one, mate? And before you chat to me, get the Tier 3 title and the Tier 2 title. So
Tier 3 title,
yeah.
Sorry, 1 second, mate.
Get the Tier 3 title, mate. Get the Tier 3 title before you chat to me. But Daleks still in that PT, and Buildaholic right now is in. Oh yeah, you want to keep on yawning, mate, whilst I'm commentating? Do you want to keep on yawning?
Sorry,
you want to keep on yawning? Yeah, that's what I thought. Be quiet. Be quiet.
My God, Kid's gonna get 6.
Sorry, what?
He's about to get a 6-second.
Who?
Kaylee, she's just got another 1 through there. Right. You can go in your own fight and commentate from now. You're getting kicked from here. You can go in game chat and start commentating from this and everyone. Yeah, you found that proper way already. That's made your day. After this, yeah, once the crowd's gone, yeah, you're getting put in your place. You're getting put in your place. You know what, I'm gonna do a piston right live.
Okay, mate, go on, then do it. Oh, cow, bloody hell, almost. I mean, if he DNS on this last lap, then you know. But nevertheless, Cal, of course, going into this race 7 points ahead. And as he has manoeuvred through the tricky turns of the Yas Marina circuit, he has so far prolonged his championship reign and potentially can seal the championship in these last few turns. In this last sector, Mercedes versus Aston Martin, and up top we've got Alfa Romeo versus Red Bull. It was Ferrari versus Mercedes going into this round, but shortly going out of it, it's only one winner. And with Carlos getting the spins, with Carlos getting a drive-through, it was just aligned in the stars that our star for tonight was going to be Cal. As now, oh my word, he almost spins it. Almost at the end. Makes a mess of it. But surely he's going to be calm throughout this turn. As across the line, Cal McFifty is champion of the world.
He's not mouthy, mate.
Do one, mate! Do one! Shut up, Father! It's just about Peter Jury commentary, and you want to comment on it afterwards. Honestly, I'm going to your house, I'm elbowing you in there, mate. Honestly, your teeth...
is given.
Your teeth are getting shattered. Your teeth are literally, like, cut in half on the floor. Honestly, I'm going to have a field day with a tooth fairy. Honestly. You can go do one, mate. You know.
She's a woman, mate. You wouldn't want to do that.
Okay. This guy thinks he's got jokes. This guy thinks he's got jokes. This guy thinks he's got jokes. Yeah. Just remember where you are in the Premier League, mate. Just remember where you are. Just remember where you are and where we are. Because soon, Liverpool.
Do you have just one line? Like I programmed just have one joke.
Are you programmed to be a noise?
It's literally sleep. Right, it's just sleep mover. Like genuinely, you're 2.0 of sleep mover.
That's what you do.
Literally, a copycat of a sleep mover.
Yeah. How about you go do one, mate? Do one, you knobhead. How about that? Go do one. But no, Buildaholic, of course, with the P1 eventually, I think, in that race. So a very good race from Mr. Build and Mr. Holic. And, of course, 29 minutes, 36 dead on the dot for the whole 20 laps. And that is the Tier 3 Championship to an end, Tharlo. What was your thoughts on that race?
Heartbroken for my mate Carlos.
Shut up, mate.
Yeah, you're gone. Honestly, you're gone. Honestly, who do you think you are? No, end this stream right now. End it right now. I'm doing this.
No, we gotta go through the results yet, mate.
No, end it. No, end it. No, think about the results.
No, because you're not gonna screenshot it, mate, because you're a twat. You're a twat. That's why. So there you go then, fellas. There's your bloody Tier 3 race
wait. I want to give a shout out. I want to give a little shout out to Inter and Vortex here because they think they're on badness